Hi, I'm Anthony from Learn to Dance, and today we're going to take you through a solo Charleston routine to I Need You by Batiste. Now I'm going to start with a demonstration of the routine first of all before we take you through the steps. If you want to skip ahead to the lesson, you can do on the links down in the description. We'll also show some modifiers if you want to make some of the moves a bit easier. If you want some beginner basic Charleston, check out our previous video that we put a link to up here. But otherwise, if you want to try and give this a go with me right now, feel free. If you want to watch the routine, then go through the lesson. We will go through it all shortly. Okay, let's see how we do. Slides. Bass Charleston with a jazz square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basic Charleston with a jazz square round. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and step, points. We have our step. This is what we call our Spank the Baby, but we're not going to actually spank in this routine. We do in others. Now our Peckin comes straight from the video and Scissor Kicks. We're then going to bring in some pivot walks, but with flicks. 1, 2, 3, land. 1, 2, back to the beginning. Jazz square. Jazz square round. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and points. And again.
Country boy, and I never put down that pork chop and salt. And we fell in love on the boulevard. If you was Jenny, I guess I was
Peckin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scissor kicks. Our pivot walks. And 1, 2, 3, land. Boogie down. Boogie drops. Truckin back, but slow. Slow, slow, then quick ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, land, back, back to the basic. Jazz, square, round, and as I said, quite energetic. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and step, point, and bring it down again. Truckin, singles, and doubles. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Then pivot, walks, land. 1, 2, 3, 4. From there. Okay, so it's quite an energetic routine. Again, we're going to skip ahead. We're going to take each part on its own. If you want to skip ahead to certain parts, you can in the description, and we'll see how we get on, okay? Now, our first part then is going to be, well, our Charleston Basic. Step forward, left foot, put the right foot forward, back right foot, put the left foot back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to incorporate the swivel, then think Dorothy. There's no place like home. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the idea. However, you haven't got to do the swivel. So if you don't want to swivel, you can just step, point as well. Now what we're going to do, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and do a jazz square. Step across left foot, back right foot, side left foot, forward right foot. Okay, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll show you sideways on. Cross left foot, back right foot, side left foot, forward right foot. So you draw a square, but the very first step is across. But otherwise, back, side, forward. So you end up back where you started, it's just got to cross first of all. Okay, that's the idea. Now, you can, if you want to, keep that like that for the entire routine. So you're doing the basics, you can do your basics forward and back, and have your jazz square round on the spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But ideally, we're going to use the jazz square to rotate round the corner. So have our basics. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Step across, back, side, forward. So we use the cross step to turn ourselves round the corner. Okay, let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter turn, 6, 7, 8. So I'm now facing the wall that was on my left. I'm going to repeat the sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross and turn, back, side, forward. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, quarter turn, back, side. The steps are exactly the same though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here, quarter turn, you can finish side and forward if you want to, or you can go cross, back and slide if you want to. Now I did do both options in the starting demo. Okay, just to show you that it's actually completely up to you. The slide works quite nicely with the music, but actually if you don't want to have to think about that, you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4. All that changes is which foot we start the next step with. Okay, but it's just 3 steps, and once we've done that, we're back onto the correct foot anyway. So, let's just try that first part to music, shall we? See how we do. Again, all I'm going to do is start off with just have a little slide to my left, to my right. Then the basic, and 1, 2, we'll do it without rotating first of all. Cross, back, side, forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross, back, side, forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross, back, side, forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross, back, side, forward. Okay? But you probably feel it's a little bit awkward doing that cross step without turning. So we're going to try it now with the turn. So the basic first of all. 1, 2, 3, 4, then quarter, turn, and 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter, turn, and 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter, turn, and 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter, turn, and. Okay, so I say it's designed to have that turn in there, but if you don't want to turn, you can just do it facing straight. Okay, but if you start turning, you've got to keep turning, so we'll be back to face the front again by the end. Okay, now, so it's up to you which option you do for this last jazz square. I quite like the slide. I'm going to start what we call the cross points then with my right foot. But if you prefer to just not have to think about that one extra movement at the moment, you can do that last cross base jazz square, just a little normal one going round for 4. Now, if actually no, what we'll do, make it easier, actually, so we're all using the same foot all the time. Do the jazz square with a tap. And you've got your right foot free. So whether you slide or whether you do the jazz square, we'll finish with our right foot free. That'll make it easier. So we're going to have our 1, 2, 3, 4, either tapping or sliding, it's up to you. And then our cross points, step forward, point out, step forward, point out. Have a lock turn. We're going to jump into a cross, right foot in front, turn around, end up with your weight on your right foot. Okay, so a little untwist from there. So you cross in front, and you just untwist on the feet round. You can either finish legs crossed or finish feet together. I'd recommend feet together really. So you come around here, you turn around, just let your feet come together, weight on the right foot to go off from there. We did do that as part of our first solo Charleston routine back in, I think it was June 2020. I'll put a link up there actually if you want to see that one. That was more of a contemporary piece of music. But if you want to try that, that's quite a slow one. That's quite a nice one to ease you in with. So we have our step points. So we've either slid or we've tapped. We're going to have a step, point, land, round. Okay? So right foot, and step, point, land, round. And that's all we're going to do with that part, just to finish off that section of the music. Now, we're into section 2 then, or section B, as I like to call it. We're going to have, technically there's a move called Spank the Baby, which again, in the slower contemporary piece, we did actually do that with the full-on spank kind of deal. So as you spank and you spank. Okay, but we're not going to do it quite like that in this routine. The steps will be the same. So it's going to be left heel out, right heel out, right heel out, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and we'll clap at the end of each one. Okay, so start with the left foot. So left, 2 and 1 and 2 and left, 2 and right, 2 and. Now, I was going to do something different then at this next part of the music, but actually in the music video, they bring in a move called Peckin, which again, some of you have seen in a few of our Charleston videos before. And so they just have a little lunge to the side and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're good to keep on. I wasn't really going to do Peckin for longer. We're going to do 5 and then have a slide up. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come up. Okay, and that'll just allow us to recover then, ready for the next section. Okay, so just try that, going back on our left foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Peckin 2 and 3 and 4, or 5, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come up. Okay, don't forget to speed up on the Peckin. Okay, now try that section to the music. Left foot. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Peckin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and. Okay, and that's the idea. Now again, you could peck slow if you want to, but as long as you're up, ready to change feet by the end of the 5, then that's fine. Now, we're into our third section. Okay, and our third section is going to be scissor kicks and then a pivot walk variation. Now, scissor kicks, how we're going to do this, we're going to do a little cross and out, cross and out. Technically, they normally start with a kick first of all, but from where we are, we've just come down here, we've come up, cross and out, and 1, 2, 3, 4, cross, 2, 3, 4. Okay, across, out, tap, land, across, out, tap, land. That's the plan. Okay, a 1, 2, 3, a 1, 2, 3, a 1, 2, 3, a 1, 2, 3, bum, ba bum, ba bum, ba bum. Then we're going to land on that right foot, and our pivot walk normally would just be a step with a rock as you go around. But we're going to do it with a flick. So we're going to flick, 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 land. Okay, so with that flick, a little 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, if you struggle with that on one foot, you can tap the foot out 1, 2, 3 if you want to, but ideally it's going to be a 1, a 2, a 3, land. 1, 2, 3, land. Okay, that's the idea. Again, this section will feel quite quick, so don't panic.
Wrong for you to play along.
6, 7, and cross, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Pivot walks. 1, 2, 3, land. 1, 2, back to the beginning from there. And that would be the idea. Okay. Now we then have a complete repeat of the routine so far. So with the basics with the jazz square, the cross points with the lock turn. We'll then have the Spank the Baby back, the Peckin, the scissor kicks, and the pivot walks again before we get into our final section. So we'll go from here and do the whole routine as we go. Okay? And I apologise if my heavy breathing is coming through. It is quite an energetic routine, and I'm actually in the middle of my 2 weeks off, so I've not done much. Okay. So our pivot walk, 2, 3, land from here, back to the beginning, and basic, 2, 3, jazz square, 1, 2, 3, 4, basic, 2, 3, 4, jazz square, round, and basic, 2, 3, 4, jazz square, round, and basic, and jazz square, round, and step, point, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, Peckin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and scissor kicks. Pivot walks, 1, 2, 3, land, 1, 2, 3, land. Okay, now, then we're into our instrumental section. So the instrumental section, we start with what we call boogie downs, or boogie drops, sorry. And the idea is it's going to be tap and land, tap and land. It's a chance for us to have a breather in the middle of this routine. Okay, so it is energetic. Okay, so we have and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you want to feel that kind of idea of that drop down. 1, 2, drop. 1, 2, drop. Prepare, then drop. Prepare, then drop. Like you're knackered, if you need any inspiration. Okay, now what we're going to do then, 4 of those, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we have single trucking. So hop and hop and hop and hop and. Then doubles. Oh, well, count to 4 basically. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and. And what will happen is, we'll then go back to the beginning with the basics and the jazz square. Repeat that for the full round with the cross points and the lock turn to untwist. One more section of this new section. Okay, so boogie down, or boogie drop, sorry, truckin. The truckin is this. So normal truck is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, wagging the finger. But before that we have the singles, single, single, single. Okay? Then when you've done the doubles at the end, we'll finish the routine off with the pivot walks to land. Okay, so let's just try that section. So, boogie drops. This is the kicks, land, pivot, walks, and up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Trucking for singles. Doubles. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Back to the basic. And our jazz square round and basic. And our jazz square round and basic. And our jazz square round and basic. Jazz square round. Step, step, lock. Boogie drops again. 1, 2, 3. Moving back, it needs space. Quick ones, quick ones. Pivot walks. 1, 2, 3, land. 1, 2, 3, land. And then the idea will be you'll probably collapse. Okay? So, we're going to try that whole routine from the beginning. See how we do. If you find it a bit too fast, again, check out one of our previous videos, either beginner basic, where they're slightly easier steps, a lot of them, or again, the one from last year, where we have a look at a slower version, more contemporary Charleston. Okay, but otherwise, we'll give it a go, see how we do. Take a deep breath. Sorry about that. Let's see how we get on. We have our little slides. Our basic with the jazz square. Jazz square round and 1, 2, 3, 4 with the slide or the tap. Step, point. Spank in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our Peckin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scissor kicks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Kicking round. 1, 2, 3. Land. 1, 2. Back to the beginning. Jazz square round. And it's a complete repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jazz square round and step points. Going back for the spanking. Peckin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scissor kicks. pivot walks. 1, 2, 3, and now we're gonna boogie drop. Up and down, up and down. Single trucking. Quick. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Back to basic. Jazz, square, round, and basic. Jazz, square, round, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and step, point, boogie down again, up and down. Single trucking. Quick ones, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Round, 1, 2, 3, land, 1, 2, 3, land. From there. Okay. And that is our solo Charleston routine to I Need You by John Batiste. Okay, if you want to go in more detail over the steps, links in the description so you can jump around. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe, hit notification bell. Please click like on the video. Helps us to get seen by more people. Other than that, check out learndance.co.uk if you want more details about everything that we offer. Thank you very much. See you again soon.